What are the odds of flipping and going infinite with Terra Magical Adept? That's what we're going to find out today. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron, and it's time for another edition of Against the Odds. And this week, we're doing some brawling, and we're trying to combo off with Terra Magical Adept. And I'm pretty excited about this deck, because this deck can do some ridiculous things. So let's talk about the deck, what it's trying to do, jump into some games, see the combo in action. So as I mentioned before, we are built around our commander, Terra Magical Adept. So Terra, pretty interesting card, a 3-mana 4/2 that when it enters, it mills 5 cards, and we grab an enchantment from among them, put it in our hand. More importantly, for 6 mana, we can flip into Esper Terra, and this is really what our deck's about. The combo of our deck involves flipping Terra into Esper Terra. Esper Terra is a 6/6 flying saga creature. Its first 3 chapters are create a token that's a copy of target non-legendary enchantment you control. It gains haste. If it's a saga, you can put up to 3 lore counters on it. You get a sack at the beginning of the next end step. And then if you ever get to lore counter 4, which we're not really planning on doing, we're planning on winning with the first chapters. But if we ever do, it flips back around to the front side and makes double Wooburg, so 10 mana. So the goal of our deck is actually really simple. All we're trying to do is play Terra, flip into Esper Terra, and then with 1 extra card, we go infinite and win the game on the spot. So how do you combo with Esper Terra? We actually have 3 different cards in the deck that get the job done. So we have Spark Double, the Apprentice's Folly, and then Yana Redtooth Regent. So all of these cards can make a copy of a non-legendary enchantment, because that's what we really want to do with the deck. The trick is, we get Esper Terra, we make a non-legendary copy of it, and then we have an Esper Terra that can copy itself. Once it starts copying itself, we just win the game. We make an infinitely big board of hasty 6/6 flyers. It's basically Splinter Twin with a lot of weird extra steps, but basically Splinter Twin, infinitely big board of hasty 6/6 flyers to win the game. So for example, we play Terra, we flip Terra, we Spark Double, we make a non-legendary copy of Esper Terra. When the non-legendary copy enters, it's going to get up to 3 lore counters because of the Esper Terra ability. So we put 3 lore counters on it. That's going to copy itself 3 times. Each of those copies will copy itself up to 3 more times, again and again and again, until we win the game. Same thing with Apprentice's Folly. Yana's a little bit different since we need it to be sitting on the battlefield to lose Summoning Sickness, but then for 2, it can copy an enchantment as long as we don't have the same name as it, and then we start the loop, go infinite, win the game. So that's really all we're trying to do. The rest of the deck, we basically got some enchantment synergy. Since we're playing Terra, the front side's digs for an enchantment, so it helps dig for some of our combo pieces like Apprentice's Folly, but it can also find like Sethes's, can find removal spells like Detention Sphere or Leyline Binding. We can give haste to Terra, which I guess is a little bit slow, but in the late game, we can potentially play it and flip it in the same turn, which gets much easier if we find like a Mirari's Wake to double our mana. Otherwise, a bunch of protection, counters for protection, Underworld Breach to get our combo pieces back from the graveyard. Parination can reanimate Terra and make it indestructible. But that's basically the deck. Play Terra, copy the backside of Terra, infinite copies, win the game. And one of the things I love about this deck is we already have one of the combo pieces in the command zone. So in some sense, we're kind of a 1-card combo. I know it's a little deceptive because we actually need to play Terra and flip it, so it's a lot of mana, but we really only need to worry about finding a single combo piece because we're always going to have access to Terra itself, which means a single Idyllic Tutor or Search for Glory or whatever is going to be able to find the combo piece that we need to combo off and win the game. So that is our Terra combo deck. That's our deck for today. Let's jump into some games and see just how realistic it is to go infinite with Terra Magical Adept in Esper Terra in Brawl. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoy it, and I will talk to you soon. Need some magic cards? Well, you can snag them from our sponsor, Card Kingdom, over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Want to help out the channel? Well, you can snag these super sweet new dice, playmats, tokens, and more over at mtggoldfishmerch.com. It is Terra combo time, and this hand, it looks fine. I mean, we got some ramp. Gamble can find a combo piece. One of the upsides of comboing with Terra in Brawl is we always have Terra in the command zone, so we only really need 1 card to combo with it since we always have access to Terra. Should be interesting. I'm curious to see exactly how well this actually works. Well, let's lead on the Triumph Esther. Our opponent playing some Odric, so white weenie of some kind, Paladin class, sure. We don't really care about Paladin class. Well, let's do some Farseeking. Snag us, I guess. I guess another Jetmir's Gardens. We might just run out Terra next turn. The other thing I like about Terra is at 3 mana, it's pretty cheap. So even if we have to like cast it a couple times, we can usually get away with that. Plus this, and we kind of want to fill the graveyard. We got Balagad Recovery. We got Parent. All right, random 2/1, sure. I guess it has a lifelink or something, but well, let's play the Forest. And yeah, let's run out Terra. See if we can hit an enchantment. Okay. Ooh, Cammy I think is probably the way to go. We are going to need a little bit more mana, but once we get there, Cammy is pretty good. Do we want to gamble for a combo piece? I guess we still need to flip Terra, remember. So it is 6 mana, and then we need the combo piece. So it's not a super fast combo, but bone it. Siege Veteran. Okay. Opponent's literally just white cards. Random white cards. Bone it. Gonna get in for 3. Sure. I mean, it's not even a soldier. That's so odd. Well, opponent hits us. Goes up to 28. We don't really care about our opponent gaining life because if we win, we are going to go super infinite. Let's play the tap land. Stoke of Midnight. I guess we just do it now. I know they're not a blue deck, so they shouldn't have counters, but they could definitely have protection spells. And now let's do some gambling. And I think we're just going to take combo piece. Actually, you know what? Let's double mana. I think double mana seems pretty good. With double mana, we can easily flip Terra. This also lets us get down the Cammy War. And then hopefully we can draw into a combo piece to go infinite with Terra. Mirari's Wake's just too good to pass up. Opponent land. And it's kind of funny. There's so few cards, I feel like, from the early days of Magic, like the first half decade or whatever, that actually still stand up today. I feel like Mirari's Wake is one of those cards. Just like 5 mana, double your mana, pump your creatures. It's still good, even though it's 25 years old or whatever now. I mean, I guess it's also true that some of the most busted cards in Magic's history are like Black Lotus and stuff, Archangel of Tides. But really, like by the numbers, I feel like not that many old cards before the power creep era keep up. Well, another land is fine. I guess we just play the Mirari's Wake, get the double mana down. Thankfully, we're not under that much pressure. So next turn we can start doing, oh my god, next turn we can flip Terra, copy Mirari's Wake, triple mana? I don't know what we're going to do with the triple mana. I guess T-Pro out of here, but opponent going to get down Odric. Steals all the abilities, passes them around. I mean, so our opponent is so funny. Our opponent's got to be feeling good about this. Oh my god, wait, we just win, don't we? Okay, well, or we could top deck Spark Double. Flip Terra, go infinite. That is literally the best draw in our deck. There's like 3 cards we have that go infinite with Terra. Spark Double is 1. Well, flip Terra. Get Esper Terra, which is very much not Esper. Copy the Mirari's Wake for some more mana. And now the fun begins. Spark Double on Esper Terra. Non-legendary copy. That copy can copy itself, add a couple of lore counters, copy itself, and now we just have infinite, hasty, flying Esper Terras, and yeah, that's why our opponent being a 37, not actually too much of a concern. We're gonna have lethal pretty quickly. Oh my god, this puts so many triggers on the stack. Oh god. We could also make our 1 land tap for like 1 million mana, which would be kind of funny, but I don't know how long our opponent's gonna sit through this. So we're gonna start copying, I think, the Mirari's Wakes and not adding lore counters because we already have super lethal, and I actually want to attack with it before our opponent scoops. But we could just do this to the token limit if we wanted to, assuming our opponent sticks around. So copy Mirari's Wake. Oh, that land's gonna tap for so much mana. Yeah, copy the Mirari's Wake, no counters on the Esper Terra, and 1 more Mirari's Wake, and opponent gets to do Odric things. Well, we will swing in with 1 million Esper Terras, and opponent did a good job of gaining life, but not good enough. Well, that's the combo. That's what we're trying to do. One of the combos, but that's what we're trying to do with the deck. Stay alive, Terra, Esper Terra, infinite Esper Terras. GG. Sweet. I do like Team Ascendancy with Terra. It draws, and haste is nice. It's more of a late game thing, but with haste we can potentially Terra and flip Terra in the same turn, which it is like 9 mana, but we're brawling. Sometimes you get to 9 mana, especially if you have Mirari's Wake. So, Jund Graveyard Shenanigans? Wow, opponent is really mulliganing. I guess you get a freebie, so that helps. I kind of like this hand, though. Would like a Ram Spell. A Ram Spell would probably be our best draw just to speed things up a bit. It's kind of funny. Initially, this deck, my initial idea was I was going to try to play every summon in the same deck. So I built Terra with every summon in it, and the deck was so... It wasn't... I don't mind bad decks. Bad decks are fine. I don't mind playing bad decks. The deck was bad, but it also just wasn't very interesting. It just had all these, like, not especially synergistic summons, and it was just like, oh, every summon. So I ended up dropping... Ooh, Ragavan. Dirty monkey. Well, thankfully, we have a Swords. We're going to send Ragavan out to the fields to do a little plowsharing. And that is kind of huge that our opponent's not going to start making treasures here. I mean, we're probably just going to run Terra out again next turn. I feel like, I know, like, in Commander proper, I'm a big believer that a lot of times you want to wait, run out your Commander when you can do something with it, not just fire it off and then end up losing it to removal spell or whatever. I feel like in Brawl, though, it's a little different, especially with a 3-mana Commander that generates value when it enters, like Terra. Well, let's crack this fetch. Snag us a Triome of some type. Let's get Zagoth. That gives us... all right. Maybe we should get a red one, actually. Thankfully, we drew a Wolfwill Haven. The red mana, hopefully coming. Yeah, we might have got the wrong Triome there. Because now we actually can't cast Terra yet. I feel like we're doing fine, though. It's still okay, but usually I assume if I'm fetching Triomes and Shocks, my mana's just, it's all going to be there. But in this case, not exactly. Oh, but Altar the Brood. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Because their commander lets them cast a thing that went to the graveyard this turn. So it's a way to get cards in the graveyard, I guess. Actually, it doesn't even make... Oh, okay. Binding the Old God's actually a pretty good draw. That can get us red mana in a couple of turns. And blowing up Altar the Brood, not actually that exciting. It's something. Altar the Brood doesn't even work with their commander, does it? It doesn't mill them, huh? I don't know why they're playing Altar the Brood, but we don't got to think about it because we're just going to blow it up. Binding the Old Gods and Overgrown Tomb and pass the turn. Next turn, Binding the Old Gods can get the right Triome, theoretically. We're also getting close to Cameo, and Cameo is pretty good. It's kind of funny, like, we're not we are enchantment heavy, but I don't know if we're a full-on Enchantress deck. We're really a Terra combo deck. We have enchantments because Terra cares about enchantments, but we're not really Enchantress. It's really five color Terra. Bound it. Gets down there commander while binding the Old Gods. Definitely taking Jetmir's Gardens. And we drew all of our red Triomes. So our opponent can cast a thing that was milled this turn once during their turns. Well, I mean, I guess we're just playing a Triome. Passing the turn, leaving up Negate. Next turn, we can, I believe, Cameo to snipe their commander if we want to. We'll see what our opponent does. We also have the Negate up. So even though if this hand would have went much faster... All right, opponent gets in, does some milling. Delighted Halfling. Sure. Hits us. Oh, I see. Their commander lets them cast something from any graveyard as long as it was milled this turn. That makes the Altar of the Brood make way more sense. I'm understanding. I've never played against this commander before. I'm understanding what they're doing now. We're getting it. It took a minute, but we're getting it. About it. I imagine they Delighted Halfling? I don't know what our Saga dork does for them, really. I guess it has lifelink if that's something they care about, but I assume Delighted Halfling is just better. Gotta get your value. Found it. Gonna crack Bloodstained Maya. Sure. Urborg's kind of relevant for us ish. One of the challenges of the deck, the hardest card to cast is Beseech the Mirror, which is in the deck because it can get the Terra combo pieces, put them right into play. But triple black is a big ask sometimes, but not with Urborg out. Opponent gonna do some surveilling. Leaves it on top. Oh, all right. Opponent is going to cast our Saga Dork. Sure, ooh, Leyline Binding's not the worst. Well, now we got options. Now I think we might just go Terra plus Leyline Binding plus leave up Negate. Can we hit an enchantment? Ooh, boy. Okay. Well, we're going to take Apprentice's Folly. That is one of our combo pieces. And I think we're just going to Leyline Binding right now. Get rid of the commander. Slow down the value train. Pass the turn. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we're not close to flipping and playing Apprentice's Folly in the same turn. We need 3 more mana for that. So we might have to, Nature's Claim to get back the commander. Do we care? I mean, we can negate it. Yeah, whatever. I don't think we actually care that much about the commander. It is kind of big, though. It is a 6/5. But it can only cast things that they milled this turn. So I can't just recast whatever random stuff from the graveyard. Honestly, we would rather our opponent Nature's Claim Leyline Binding than get rid of the Apprentice's Folly when we go to combo or whatever. Opponent hits us down to 24. Yeah, we might have to combo across 2 turns. Voldaren Thrillseeker. Opponent, gonna do a little backing up, and presumably, gonna snipe the Terra. I mean, our opponent has an appropriate fear of Terra flipping. That is the easiest way to deal with this deck, is just keep killing Terra. Even though it's only 3 mana, if you kill it enough, eventually it will get too expensive. Well, let's Cammy War. Get rid of the commander again. Opponent's commander is going to be getting expensive. I don't actually think they can even recast it at the moment. We would like to draw a land. If we draw a land... man, we actually want to draw like 3 lands. The Farseek plus land. We need to draw 2 lands. There is a world where we can get up enough mana. Ooh, okay. I mean, as good as Cammy War is, a land here is actually kind of nice. We're getting close to the point where we're going to be able to flip Terra and Apprentice's Folly in the same turn. Let's just take a Blood Crypt. Once we get our mana fixed, normally just go for black sources in case we draw Beseech the Mirror. So we're up to 8. Farseek's 9. Oh, next turn we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, I really want to draw land. Boiler Biggles! Overlord of the Boiler Biggles. All right, opponent hits us to 20 with the Boiler Biggles. Hits us with the Thrillseeker to 19. Unimpends, passes. The One Ring. Okay, well, let's get down the Temur Ascendancy. Let's play the Nature's Lore. Get another land. We need one more. We need one more land. Grab Watergrave tapped. I mean, we're just not under a meaningful amount of pressure right now. So we have the luxury of taking off a turn just to set things up. Next turn, we can Terra. Draw a card off Temur Ascendancy. If we hit a land, then we can immediately flip Terra. We can also just Terra Leave Up Negate to protect it and hope that we draw a land so the next turn we can flip plus Apprentice's Folly Infinite, win the game. I feel like we're in good shape though. We're not getting, our opponent's not pressuring us enough to, or we have done a good enough job of answering their pressure, really, to buy us enough time to get this set up. That's the power of Terra, I think, is it's not necessarily a fast kill, but if you get all the colors, which is powerful, plus if you can get to the late game, the combo does give inevitability. It gives you a way that you can always just close out the game pretty much from any board state. My opponent timing out, get in with a Thrillseeker, hits us down to 18. And someone in Magic Con Vegas, one of the nicest gifts, gave me a deck that they made that was a deck that had a bunch of references to Hold Against Odds cards like Pink Glacial Worm and Mossbird Troll, which was hilarious, but it was in custom Overlord of the Boiler Biggle sleeves, and it looks so good. Oh, it's so sweet. So shout out to the crew. Oh, opponent going to reanimate. I kind of don't want them to have this. Yeah, I think we're actually going to counter it. Spend our negate. This also means our opponent's out of cards, so I feel kind of safe countering this since we know our opponent doesn't have removal for Terra in hand. Opponent unimpends. We find Destiny Spinner. Well, all right, Terra time. Draw a card. We need 10 mana to flip and Apprentice's Folly next turn. So we get to draw here. We get to draw for our draw step. Please, Terra. Please. Mill some cards. We'll take the Ghostly Prison. Draw from Temur Ascendancy. It is Mothra. Mothra is pretty sweet with Terra, but, well, let's just Ghostly Prison. Make it a little annoying if our opponent wants to attack. We still get more shots at it. And I guess we don't necessarily have to win next turn. Our opponent still not really pressuring us, so we could flip and wait a turn. It's more exciting if we can do it right away, but we will see. Might as well hit you. Down to 25. Our deck is not very good at dealing incidental damage most of the time. Our opponent's always at like, I'm at 40 life, and then eventually the combo gets them. All right, opponent, did you draw removal? And do we draw land? Those are the two questions. Opponent. All right, well, all right, replace the commander. The coast is clear. Can we draw a land? Oh, Beseech. Does that do it? No, it's still 4 mana. Okay, well... We get one more try. We can flip Terra. When Terra enters, it's a creature big enough to trigger Temur Ascendancy. And if we draw land, we win. We could also like play the One Ring, start drawing. We're just gonna go for it. We could play the One Ring, start drawing cards for next turn, but we're just gonna try it. All right, we're gonna flip Terra. It is a 6-power creature, so it's gonna trigger Temur Ascendancy. Is it a land for the win? Esper Terra going to copy, I guess, Temur Ascendancy? Land, please. Okay. Well, there's the planes, and that's Apprentice's Folly. And now it's party time. Apprentice's Folly, non-legendary Esper Terra. Copy itself. Add a couple lower counters. Copy itself. And copy itself. And copy itself. The combo is actually not an opponent. Scoops it up. They see the Esper Terra is coming and got a little lucky to draw that land, but boy, that was not even close. This combo might actually be pretty sweet. Esper Terra getting it done in Brawl this week, and we have the Enchantress hand. We got Sethis. Rest in Peace is kind of funny. We care about our graveyard to some extent. We have some reanimation, but in a deck that cares about enchantments, Terra kind of cares about the graveyard, although we can still get the card Terra Mills because of how it's worded, even with Rest in Peace out. But there's some just really busted graveyard decks, so I felt like it was worth playing Rest in Peace, with the plan being we wouldn't cast it most games, but then we would have it in case we ran into whatever, a reanimator deck or so forth. So we're not just going to run out Rest in Peace at this point. But if our opponent starts doing graveyardy things, we can always run it out in the future. We're going to get down Sethis. Opponent gets a Surveil land. And opponent passes. Ooh, okay. Overload on the Hauntwood's a pretty good draw. That is not a bad one. Let's crack the Polluted Delta. Get a green source. Also having World Tree is nice. It means our mana is eventually going to be perfect. Let's just stay Overgrown Tomb untapped. Impending Overlord. Trigger Sethis, draw a card. So our opponent's Hidasugu and Carry, so I assume it's some deck built around the commander's ability, like something to deal a ton of damage. Opponent, Dispelling Exile, eh? Sure. I mean, we still got our card off Sethis, which is nice. Would have rather got the Everywhere land, but opponent land and passes. Huh. Let's play the Looter. I also like that this can reanimate Sagas, which is kind of nice in some situations. Like, I think we might just discard this Kami War. All right, another land is fine. And if we get up to 6 mana, we can just put it into play uncounterably, which is kind of huge. Seems like a solid-ish card. I don't think it's like busted or anything, but I feel like it's reasonable. Do we even attack? What's that? You know what? They could have like a Snapcaster or something. All right, they're going to go for the throat anyway. It's not really worth, like Sethis, the 1 damage. In a deck that's built to deal infinite damage, it's just not really worth risking Sethis by, even though the odds of our opponent having a flash creature are not high, the benefit of getting in 1 damage is also very much not high in this deck. So how much does this deck use the graveyard? I guess Rest in Peace shuts down the death trigger of their commander, which is kind of cute. Maybe Rest in Peace is just a good card. I feel like Rest in Peace is a card that you could play. Yeah, let's pitch this Binding. Our opponent's not playing anything, plus we can reanimate it. Well, another land is good. Yeah, let's get down Terra. We still have Negate. I feel like Rest in Peace is a card that you can play in like any commander deck and it's going to be good. But it's also going to make people very salty. So I don't know if you should actually do it. Commander players do not like their deck not doing its thing. Opponent's going to Memory Lapse. Yeah, this might be a waste of a Negate, but we're gonna counter back. Opponent going to bounce the Looter, sure. Well, okay, we get a Terra. We get to mill a few cards. We get a, I think just Utopia Sprawl. Take the manas. Take the manas past the turn. Opponent Swamp and Hidasugu in Carry. Gonna do a little brainstorming. So if that dies, our opponent gets to cast the top spell of their library for free, and we take that much damage. Ooh, Beseech. That's going to be good eventually. I mean, I think we just reanimate. The removal that... Get rid of the Hidasugu and Carry, because we can reanimate the Kami War here. Do they have a free counter? Are they going to Pact a Negation? Oh, all right. I mean, that's kind of cute. Flare Denial, sack their commander. Counter the reanimation. Top card... All right, more bounce. Sure. Yeah, I guess Flare Denial is pretty good with Hidasugu and Carry. That is cute. Oh, our World Tree's on. That's nice. Do we want to... So we have to play this. We don't have to crack the fetch, but we do have to put it on... Oh. Yeah, let's thin the deck. Crack the Marsh Flats. Grab a Snow-Covered Plains. Utopia Sprawl. Gonna have to put it on the dual land. Normally, it's best to put it on a basic just because of, like, Field of Ruin effects, but not always possible. Opponent land and Oil Deep Yarhulk. Sure. Okay, takes the Besiege. What happens if they take the Terra? We can put it back in the command zone still, right? I think. Get down Terra again. This might just be dump our hand of random dorks. Mill some cards. Get back a Leyline Binding. That was a pretty good mill. Hit a bunch of enchantments. Replay the Looter. And let's play Valakut Awakening as a land, do a little looting. I think we're just going to discard the Rest in Peace. I don't feel like we're going to play at this game. Enchantress's Presence, not bad, though. Not bad. Do we just run it out? Gannett? Maybe? Yeah, let's run it out. A Saga Shenanigans for the future. We have a very Final Fantasy heavy board here. Final Fantasy Tron assembled. Opponent getting in with Oil Deep Gearhawk. We're going to take the beats. Again, we don't really care about our opponent gaining life. Like, I know it makes you feel safer, but against this deck, it should not make you feel safer because if the damage comes, it is going to be infinite. We have a pretty stocked graveyard. Nothing to do with it, though. I mean, I guess we can reanimate a Saga, which is nice. Opponent going to get back the Flare Denial. So we're going to have to keep that in mind. Our opponent is going to have a counter at the ready. Hidasugu and Kiri. Maybe it'd be worth keeping the Rest in Peace just to shut down the death trigger. I mean, I guess we can just binding it, though. And then they can flare the binding. Oh, Mirari's Wake. Good lord. Good lord. That's pretty good. All right, we're just going to get around. Wait, what am I doing wrong? Cammy War. Where's... Oh, 6. Oh, 6. Oops. Oops. All right, yeah, we're just going to reanimate Cammy War. This gets around the flare. Lets us get rid of the Hidasugu and Kiri without a trigger, which is pretty excellent. I mean, that's one way to play around. One way to play around the counter spell. Just not cast anything. And then maybe we could make them. Maybe we make. Oh wow! Oh, this is actually insane. So now we get to attack. We can remove a lore counter with Gannett. Hit you for 3, gain back a little life. And now we get to trigger the first mode on Cammy War again. We have, like, infinite exile lock. Wait, are we going to win without the combo? I didn't really think this deck would ever win without the combo, but it might be that just being able to Cammy War every turn might be enough. Opponent doesn't really want to play anything. Well, Cammy War, first mode again. Get rid of that Oil Deep Gearhulk. Yes, please. And it even keeps the counter. I might have to build Sagas in Standard. The Saga package is intriguing me. It seems so good here. We could even, what do we have? Binding the Old Gods we can reanimate. So even if another removal spell we can reanimate if we need to. All right, Oil Deep down. And yeah, let's play Enchantress's Presence. See if that's good enough to get the counter spell out of our opponent's hand. New. Get in and are we going to reanimate? Probably not. We're still going to leave the Looter back just in case. Get in, hit ya. Garnet's just going to remove another counter from the Cammy War. Man, it's got to be a brutal position to be in because until our opponent stops this, they kind of just can't play anything, right? Like, if they play any permanents, like Jace the Mind Sculptor, we can just exile it anyway. We actually might just Leyline Binding the Jace in response to whatever it does. Brainstorming. Yeah, let's spend the binding. Draw a card with Enchantress's Presence. Get rid of the Jace. This, ooh, T-Pro too. I don't even think we need T-Pro, but T-Pro is the kind of card that you almost never are sad about having it in your hand. Like, we don't need it this game, but in case we ever do need it, it is not a bad option to have. Opponent gonna Brainstorm, put some cards back, plays a land. I mean, what do you do here? Like, from our opponent's side, they're gonna reanimate the Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Sure. I mean, they get a land out of the deal, but Cammy War's still gonna do its thing. Opponent's down to 2 cards in hand, too, and also down... Wait, are they just dead? Wow. All right. It looks like it is possible to kill without the combo. I think we just win here, right? Cammy Warlock. Well, yeah. Exile Overlord of the Hauntwoods. I mean, opponent needs removal, and they need it They need it right now. They need instant speed removal or they are dead. Turns out 3 Kamewar. 3 Kamewar triggers. Apparently enough. Apparently enough to beat Hidetsugu and Kiri. Well, Overlord down, play the land, and opponent scoops it up, and we got the fair win. We got the fair win with the combo deck. In this hand, Caller is a little awkward. I like Cephas, so we're gonna try it. We need to hit another land at some point, but we need green, white probably with the wooded foothills. So one more land, and then we can get Cephas, get down Courser. Our opponent's on mono white Bruna. So I imagine probably Angels would be the most likely outcome. We will see. Opponent Plains and Esper Sentinel. All right, opponent's CDHing over there. Esper Sentinel is pretty good. Actually, we can just take Jetmir's Gardens. That's even better. Even better than taking a Temple Garden, since we get some red manas out of it too. Passing. Blood Crypt is actually the most annoying land to draw. We drew a land, but it's a land that does not actually let us cast any of our spells. I mean, I guess it lets us get to Terra eventually. Opponents. Land. Chromox it. Wow, they really are CDHing. I didn't know we signed up for the CDH Brawl queue. Opponent, Chromox, exiles a card. 3 mana here on turn 2. The Celestis. Okay, opponent's got the ramp out. They are down to 3 cards in hand, though. So I think this is kind of fine. I guess it depends on what the follow-up is, but in theory... Ooh, Mirari's Wig. Well, let's play the untap land. Get down Terra, since that's the only thing we can do. See if we can hit some... Oh, boy. All right, milled a bunch of lands in a Farseek. Those were all cards that we wanted to draw. Well, let's see what our opponent's follow-up. Good lord. Oh, boy. All right. Well, the one thing we had going for us is our opponent had all the mana, but none of the cards. Oh, there's Apprentice's Folly. We have none of the mana at the moment, but now our opponent's got a One Ring, so they're going to have all the cards and all the mana. Ha-ha. Send a message, Terra. Send a message. Opponent takes 0 because of protection. I guess we cost ourselves a life by doing that, technically. Opponent gets loot with Celestis. Yeah, this might be bad. This might be kind of bad. So our way to beat this is just combo with Terra. The problem is we are infinite mana away from... Oh, and a key. What a draw for our opponent. My goodness. Key to the Archive. Gonna snag a card from the spellbook, make even more mana. Opponent's deck is popping off. My goodness. I was not scared. Mono white. If I see mono white, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fine, right? Like, they don't have that much interaction that I'm concerned about. We should be good, but yeah, this draw is absurd for our opponent. So good. Opponent passing. We find. All right, Utopia Sprawl is sort of like a land, I guess. We will pay the 1. At least we're not going to let you draw even more cards. Not that it matters. At some point, we might not even pay for this Esper Sentinel because our opponent's going to have all the cards anyway because of the One Ring, right? So our opponent's just going to give it up? Okay, sure. I think our opponent feels like they're winning by so much they don't even need the Esper Sentinel. They have so many cards. They're just going to chump even though they're at 25. Opponent. One Ring, down to 23. Hand being filled. Angel of Sanctions. Oh, gonna get rid of our Terra. Yep. Well, that is a bit disappointing. And opponent, Bishop of Wings. Okay, probably better before the Angel, but sure. And Celestis. Gonna do a little triggering. I like Celestis a lot on Arena. Ooh, Path. Man, this draw's so clunky. We need to hit some lands. Well, yeah, I feel like our opponent has like double the amount of mana that we do. They actually literally have more than double. Well, I don't want to Blossoms. Can we please draw a land card? Please. Okay. That's a land at least. I still feel like we're in very bad shape here. Like, the One Ring's just so busted. It's just so busted. Yeah. It looks like our opponent's onto 1 card in hand. However, One Ring, draw 3. And Angels can keep this... Oh, Lyra. Oh, no. I was going to say Angels can keep this going forever because they can gain life. Lyra and Bishop of Wings. They are not going to die to their One Ring this game. Opponent getting in. This might actually be getting close to death. I'm just not... what is our best plan here? We're going to grab some sort of dual land. Yeah, let's take the Ketria Triome. I mean, we can path something. We draw our looter friend. We're at 15. We gotta hit lands. I think we need to All right, we're going to manually tap. I think we're going to Courser, try to hit a land, plus, oops, gotta tap this for white, plus Path Lyra, I think is the best we can do here. It would be nice to get down Mirari's Wake, but I don't think we can take this much damage. We're too close to death. We don't have enough flyers to stop it. So get down the Courser. Land on top of the deck, please. Okay, we get a Plains. That's good. We gain a life. Haha. Whatever will you do now, angels? I mean, I guess now we can also Path and Swords. Let's get rid of the Lyra. Step 1. Man, this is literally just a one ring win. If it wasn't for the one ring, I mean, I guess you can say that every game. Like, if it wasn't for my opponent having their best card, I'd be doing great. But if it wasn't for the one ring giving our opponent so many cards, I feel like we would actually be doing fine this game. Found it. Skyclip, but they're just drawing into so much interaction, so much removal. Thanks to the ring. The power of the ring. Found it. One ring. Draws 4 cards. Book of Exalted Deeds. Opponent's trying to set up the lock. They have the Mutavault. Do you remember when they first printed Book of Exalted Deeds, and Mutavault was still around? They actually banned it on Arena. They had like pre-rotation standard for the summer, and they actually had to ban this interaction because it was just wrecking post-rotation standard. And then it did literally nothing. It was like an against the odds deck. But get rid of the Mutavault, so we're not locked out of the game. How do we not die here, though? I guess we just got to play. We just got to set up for the future. We're not technically dead on board. I feel like there is very little chance that we win this game. But if there's any chance, I think it's going to be get down Mirari's Wake and try to somehow assemble the combo. War of the Last Alliance. Okay. Bonnet gets to snag a legend. Oh, Lauren. All right. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, blows up the Mirari's Wake. And yeah, our opponents they have just had everything. That turn 3 one ring is just running away with this game. Well, we're hitting our lands now. There's nothing we can do, right? We're just dead. Beseech can't get anything that matters. 1, 2. Yeah, we don't even have triple black. So we can't even Beseech. I mean, we just have to draw like a Wrath, I guess. So I guess we can play the Looter, play the land to loot, and if we hit exactly a Wrath, we can survive a turn. Otherwise, we might have finally met our match. Turns out, the one thing, Cammy is good, but not good here. GG. One thing better than Final Fantasy? Apparently Lord of the Rings. Oh, one ring. Ouch. Ooh, Atraxa. We're playing some Terra combo today, trying to go infinite, make all the Esper Terras, every Esper Terra. Do we keep this hand? It's a kind of a control hand. Got a lot of removal. Up against Atraxa, yeah, I think we take our free maul. This hand, I guess, has more lands, which is good. Also not a thrilling hand by any means, but yeah, let's go to 6. This has even more lands, which is also good. And I do like the Teamer Ascendancy. All right, this is fine. Not exciting. I am a little scared of Atraxa. I know Atraxa is a very strong card. We'll see what our opponent's doing with it. The funny thing about Atraxa is you can build it incredibly strong, or you can build like janky things around it. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what our opponent's actually doing with it. Let's play a fetch. Opponent. Land. And Cold Steel Heart. Getting there. Rambone. Sure. A Jetmir's Gardens. Play the land. I think we're going to get down Teamer Ascendancy before we play the Terra. Getting down the Teamer Ascendancy is kind of huge, since that means we get to draw off the Terra. Also gives Sarah haste, which is nice. Opponent, Lair the Hydra. I mean, I think it's good in big mana decks, I guess. Reasonable. It'd be nice if we could leave up the negate. But, alas, we can't. Let's get down Terra. Generate a bit of card advantage here. Do a little milling. See what we can hit. Wow. That was a lot of lands. That was a lot of lands. Mirari's Wake's sweet, though. Binding the Old Gods. That can find us a land in the future, at least. And blow up an Atraxa, potentially. Not the worst draw. Well, get in with a Terra. Hit ya. Down to 21. So what is... Aww. I kind of wanted that. Opponent Void Rends gets rid of the Ascendancy. So what is Esper in Final Fantasy? I know it's not the same as it is in Magic. When I hear Esper, ooh, Cornucopia, pretty good with Atrax's Proliferate. Also Experimental Auguries Proliferate. Yeah, that's going to get good. We might, I'm almost tempted to Binding the Old Gods that. It might be worth just blowing up the Cornucopia to slow down the mana production. Plus, what else are we really doing? Actually, let's just Mirari's Wake first. Mirari's Wake, untapping with Mirari's Wake just feels like winning the game. Double mana is so busted. It feels hard to lose. Ooh, Liliana, eh? All right, I mean, that's kind of fine. Liliana can kill our Terra, but if we untap with double mana, we can easily recast it. I am curious what Esper is in Final Fantasy, though. Because in Magic, it definitely means white, blue, black. Definitely does not mean that in Final Fantasy. Well, play the land. We now suddenly have roughly infinite mana. Like, how do you feel so far behind? Like, we just doubled our mana. We have twice as much mana as our opponent now. It becomes so easy to do everything. Well, let's Binding the Old Gods. I think we got to get rid of the Lily. Opponent, Veil of Summer. You know what? I think we actually are going to counter that. I really want this Lily to go. The Lily is very good. Plus, it's going to be able to kill our Esper Terra again in the future. We're actually not that far from winning. Because we're going to have Hasty Terra, and we have Besiege. Can we win next turn? 5 to cast, 6 to flip. How much mana do we actually have? 2, 4, 6, 8. No. Okay. So it is going to take 2 turns to win still. Found it. Atraxa. OG Atraxa. Gonna do some life gaining and also a Broker's Ascendancy. All right, that's pretty good with Atraxa. Put counters on things, proliferate the counters. We draw Balagad Recovery. Well, Binding. Gonna snag us a land. Not really anything worth getting back with Balagad Recovery. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we gotta have everything. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna play and flip Terra since it has haste. We're gonna play and flip it, and then we can copy the Binding to get rid of the Atraxa, I think. So mill a few cards, get a Jukai Naturalist, I guess. Flip the Terra. Hasty Terra is so good. The haste is actually super relevant. Get back the Terra, Esper Terra, copy Binding. Blow up your Atraxa. Actually, and we get to ramp. That's kind of insane. Being able to turbo through the sagas. So not only do we blow up the Atraxa, we also get another land out of the deal. Opponent's got a single card in hand. We got the Besiege. So opponent has to kill the Esper Terra. They have to kill the Esper Terra right now, or they're going to be dead. Like, we have the combo. The Besiege gets the combo piece. Opponent 2 cards in hand. Can they answer Esper Terra? Opponent untap land down to 5. Replays Atraxa. Only 1 card in hand. Is it a removal spell? Opponent can proliferate. But does that even matter? It's a... Ooh, Cruel Claw Ice. Okay. Well, that actually stops us from going infinite. I mean, Cruel Claw Haste does do it. Found it. Proliferates with the Atraxa. We draw random Saga Dork. I mean, we get to copy... Let's copy Mirari's Wake, actually. Copy Mirari's Wake. I guess we can win by just killing this Atraxa. Or actually, this is even more fun. Idyllic Tutor. We can still go infinite, right? Idyllic Tutor. We have so much mana now with double Mirari's Wake. Idyllic Tutor, grab the Apprentice's Folly. And go a little infinite. Just a few Esper Terras. Our opponent had the answer, but not good enough because of Terra power. And Esper Terra with Apprentice's Folly, non-legendary, do it again. And opponent knows what's happening, scoops it up, and combo keeps getting it done. Sweet, sweet. Stack's actually pretty sweet. Double Mirari's Wake. Oh, Eureka. I forgot that Eureka's on Arena now. Well... Let's see how one of the most broken commanders ever printed plays on Arena. This hand's fine. It's good even. I am really scared though, because I think Eureka's so busted. Well, we will see. Opponent, land, and unblockable 1-drop. Train Shore Crasher is not a good Magic card, but it is probably the best one drop that you could have in a Yuriko deck, because that means our opponent gets to Commander Ninjutsu Yuriko on turn 2, start drawing cards, start raining us, and then we can kill it on turn 3 with Mythos of Nethroi, but then they just do it again. I feel like Yuriko's a card. At that time, I feel like Wizards just did not know how to make cards for Commander. I feel like they just did not understand how Commander worked. They've gotten better at it, but Yuriko is hilariously broken. I'm pretty sure this is a card that Wizards would delete if they could. Like, if it was possible to, I know some people love Yuriko. So if you love Yuriko, that's fine. But just like, what they need to do, it's actually super easy to fix. All they need to do is say that command tax applies to Commander Ninjutsu. And it would still be a very good card, right? You could still do the turn 2 Yuriko, start drawing cards, but that would make it, because look at what's going to happen here. So opponent hits us, they draw another card. I assume they replay the Shore Crasher. They could brainstorm, I guess. All right, they replay the Shore Crasher. So now it's like, okay, what do? We have a removal spell. We can kill the Yuriko. But if we kill the Yuriko, they just ninjutsu it back into play with the Shore Crasher for 2 mana and draw another card and drain us again. And then we can bury it in the garden the Yuriko, but then they just do it again. It's so hard to stop. So, I mean, I think we have to kill it, but I don't even think there's no window to kill it profitably as long as there's another creature, right? Opponent brainstorms. If we wait to combat, they can, I think no matter when we kill the Yuriko, they can still just ninjutsu it back into play. So what we're going to need a blocker. I mean, our most realistic plan is probably just a combo kill sometime, but we are a ways away from that. Found it. Untaps, gets in. Well, all right, Mythos of Nethroi. Get rid of that Yuriko. I feel like this is pointless, but what else are we doing with our lives? I think we're still doing it. Maybe it would have been better just to play the Overlord and just accept that Yuriko's going to happen forever. Maybe that probably actually would have been better, because this, well, let's see. Leave it in the graveyard. All right, opponent gets it back. Commander Ninjutsu. I don't know what Wizards was thinking. Yep, opponent picks it up. It's back. Yuriko hits us, draws another card. It's a Kaido. I mean, opponent's deck is sweet. I like that it's ninjas. That's cool. Yuriko is easily the best ninja commander by a million miles. So it is cool to see ninjas being good. I like ninjas. Ninjas as a tribe, as a deck, I really like. Opponent land. And Triton Shore Crasher returns. Well, playing the land. It's the same equation. Yeah, let's play a One Ring. At least this gives us protection for a turn, so they don't get a Yuriko trigger. Hooray, we're doing it. Problem solved. How about a Kaido? Sure. Kaido, gonna emblem, grow the ninjas. I mean, Triton Shore Crasher is not even a ninja. I call shenanigans. Cheating. Opponent passes. Well, okay. Since it's a rebalanced One Ring, we got to pay a mana to activate it. Play the land. I mean, we can get rid of the Kaido. That's something. That actually does something, at least. Getting rid of the Yuriko does nothing. Well, let's grab the island. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I guess next turn we're going to have perfect mana anyway. 4. Buried in the garden. I feel like burying the garden is actually not bad. Like 4 mana removal plus ramp. I feel like this card, I guess it's temporary. That's the problem with it. But still, I feel like it's better than it gets credit for. Get rid of the Kaido. It works well in this deck because it works with our enchantment synergies. Pass the turn. I mean, we have the Beseech. Is there a world where we manage to combo? Probably not. Opponent has so many cards. Opponent. We got more ninjas. If they ever hit something big off Yuriko, like so far, I guess we've gotten a little lucky in the sense that they just keep hitting small cards with Yuriko. If they ever hit something big, it's a lot where, oh, Biting Palm Ninja. Oh, and it can take the wake. Opponent hits us. Top card of the library. What is Yuriko? Oh, they get 2 triggers. Oh my God, down to 5. Down to, all right, now we can't even One Ring. All right, you did it. You did it, Yuriko. Very good. Very good, Yuriko. Very good. It is, ooh, Kefka versus Terra. The ultimate Final Fantasy battle. It is Terra combo time. This should be interesting. We got the Apprentice's Folly. We got a Ram spell. This hand's fine. This hand's fine. I mean, I am scared of Kefka because Kefka is really good. It is a really good card. Well, let's play the Arid Mesa. Pass the turn. About it. Gonna play the Surveil Land. Raccoon Theater. Gonna do a little milling. Well, crack the fetch. Grab us a Blood Crypt tapped. Well, ooh, Buried in the Garden. Play the land. Rampant Growth. Snag us, let's see. Black, red, green, blue, white. So we're going to have all the colors. What do we want double of? I guess it's black for the Deadly cover-up. It's funny, we don't have a ton of black cards in the deck, but the black cards we do have a lot of black mana symbols. Ram time? Brawl. Well, okay. Brawl needs to go. Let's bury that in the garden. I mean, our ramping's working well. We've pulled ahead on mana, which is nice. We got to get down, I think, especially with Parination in hand and Squirmy Emergence. We kind of want to get this Terra down. An Indestructible Terra would be sweet. Bone it. Even more Surveilling, Undercity Source, leaves it on top, and Waste Not, Want Not. Ooh. Yeah, let's just... Eidolon is good. I think we just Terra, though. I kind of want to start filling the graveyard here. Maybe we can hit something. All right, we hit... I guess Binding is the best option. Binding the Old God. Speaking of underrated cards, I love Binding. Ramp and Removal all in one. Opponent. Primal Amulet. Wow, we get to untap with Terra. We could flip it. I think we're just going to blow up the Waste Not, though. Waste Not really scares me. Waste Not can pop off. Let's play the land, get in Hedge. I mean, I guess Primal Amulet can pop off too, but we know Kefka's gonna be making us discard, maybe starting this turn. Looking at the Terra, and Prismari Command, sure. I mean, this is fine. I actually don't really mind Terra dying because that means we get to Parination Reanimate it. And Indestructible Hexproof Terra actually seems like that's going to make comboing even easier because you don't really got, against Grixis in specific, a removal heavy color heuristic study, a removal heavy color combination, being able to play around the removal seems good. Well, okay. I know I have a reputation of never paying the one. That only applies to multiplayer. In 1v1, we are going to do our best to make sure that this heuristic study never triggers. Well, we're going to Parination. We're going to reanimate our Terra. We're going to pay the one for the heuristic study. Terra triggers, does some milling. Oh boy, that Eerie Ultimatum would have been insane. We will take the Sethis. All right, Indestructible Hexproof Terra. Can you beat it? Apparently the answer is yes. Opponent has Languish. Well, we're going to leave Terra in the graveyard because we still have Squirming Emergence. Opponent plays a ton of bones. A ton of bones. Well, oh, this is very awkward. So we get back Terra. We can play the Teamer Ascendancy. Yeah, let's play the Teamer Ascendancy. And then Squirming Emergence, the Terra. Draw a card, pay the one. The awkward part about this, and maybe we should just Deadly cover up, but I don't really want to just Deadly cover up a friggin' Tiny Bones. Let's take the Ghostly Prison. The awkward part about this is I think we have to block, because if we don't block, our opponent can just Tiny Bones something busted. Our graveyard is full of good stuff. So, I mean, this is what, our fourth Terror or something? This time it's, yeah, kill the Tiny Bones. Maybe we should have played that differently and played like the Eidolon or something as a blocker. Is it Kefka time? Yeah, there's the Kefka. Kefka Court Mage. We will discard onto Inversion, I guess. I don't think we're planning on casting it at the moment anyway. Opponent, draw some cards. Fetch land, cracks the fetch land. Kefka's so good. This might end up being an interesting game. Final Fantasy definitely released some very, very interesting commanders. This heuristic study's so obnoxious. But we can't just let our opponent draw a card every time we play a spell. Like, we will lose if we do that. At least in multiplayer, you can blame the rest of the table for your failings. That's the beauty of Commander. You don't have to take any personal responsibility. This Ghostly Prison, pay the one. Draw a card with Sethis. I mean, at least we have enough card draw that we're not just dying to Kefka. Ooh, opponent's gonna counter it. Ugh, okay. Sure. Well, there's an Overlord. Play the fetch land. I mean, if our opponent's out of cards, Kefka does less. If they draw a land, they can Oh, wow, okay. They draw land, but it's tapped. If it was untapped, they could have just flipped Kefka, and there goes our graveyard, though. They could have just flipped Kefka and really popped off. Opponent, Kefka just refilled their hand. We're going to discard the Wrath. I wish we could get rid of this Rhystic Study. I wish we could get rid of the Rhystic Study. Opponent, Kefka's us down to 16, and Sapphire Medallion, sure. I mean, the Kefka can flip next turn. We currently cannot stop it from flipping. We could have saved the Wrath. I think we just have to roll with it. I guess if they flip Kefka, it becomes less important to... Yeah, let's Overlord. It's less important to pay for the Rhystic Study, I guess, once they draw those cards. Overlord, make a land. Oh, Valagated Recovery would have been really sweet before the Bojuka Bog. Eidolon, I guess. Pay the 1. Draw a card. All right, I mean, we're getting a lot of mana, which is nice. Draw another card with Eidolon. Play the fetch. Pass the turn. All right, let's see how bad this Kefka flip is. We do have haste, so we get to knock him down to 15. Yeah, this is a scary turn. Terra's so much mana. We can play it and flip it if we have a land. Opponent gets in with the Kefka. We're going to discard the Cultivate. Opponent discards a Remand, draws 2. Kefka's so good. It's so good. I'm glad our opponent didn't flip it, though. If they flipped it and refilled their hand, we would have been, I think, in worse shape. Opponent, okay, they're going to flip post-combat. Interesting. Interesting. Well, we'll sack the Overlord. That's going to be impending forever anyway. Opponent gets their Kefka. Oh, I'm so dumb. All right. Free card, opponent. How about a free card? Oh, yeah. Ooh, Leyline Binding. Okay. Well, that can answer the Kefka and draw some cards. All for just 1 mana. We are going to pay the 1, though. Okay, now we get perfect mana out of the World Tree, which is nice. That's something. Underworld Breach. Man, oh, that would have been so good earlier. We drew all of our graveyard stuff just a little bit too late because of that Bojuka Bog. We'll grab a Breeding Pool tapped. Yeah, I feel like breaching doesn't do a ton. Let's Valagated Recovery. Get back the Overlord. Yeah, we're going to let our opponent draw now. I want to impend the Overlord and draw 2 more cards. It hurts because our opponent's also going to draw 2 cards, but I cannot pay the 1. Man, this is going to be a wild game of Brawl. Ooh, Cammy War's good. Cammy War is pretty good. That is not bad. Well, we drew some cards. We also, unfortunately, let our opponent draw some cards, but it's hard to pay the 1 forever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Man, we're getting close. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Terra. Opponent, search for Azcanta. Search for Azcanta. And fell the Profane to take down the Eidolon. Flip the Amulet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we need... Oh, wow, Days Undoing. Okay, interesting. Interesting. New hands for everyone. Well, Mirari's Wake is a card that we are happy to draw. That is a good one. That is... but we lost our... We have the Idyllic Tutor. So I think now we can win in 2 turns, right? We can Mirari's Wake to double our mana. Then we can play Terra, flip Terra. Idyllic Tutor for Apprentice's Folly. Yeah, I think that's the plan. So let's play Mirari's Wake. This is also going to make it way easier to pay for this silly Rhystic Study. Oh, no, boy. Well, it didn't get countered. Opponent has a Commandeer. You know that big speech I gave earlier about how powerful double mana is? Well, now our opponent's the one that gets to double their mana with our Mirari's Wake. Commandeer's a magic card. Commandeer's ridiculous. Oh, boy. Well, now I'm thinking we might just play the Rip to draw a card. We gotta do something. Oh, this is bad news. This is really bad news. Wolf Willowhaven. Draw a card with Sethis. Pay for the Rhystic Study. Nesting Grounds. Okay. Let's Idyllic Tutor. I really wanted that Mirari's Wake. Opponent. Invert polarity on the Idyllic Tutor. Well, thankfully, they lost the flip at least. Usually, it's better to counter what they tutor up, I think, because you get more mana out of your opponent, but rest in peace. Draw a card. Pay the 1. I don't even know if this rest in peace really does anything, but It's sack fodder for, I mean, the Kefka's going to come back. Our opponent has basically unlimited mana now. So yeah, I feel like we are not in the best place ever anymore. What a wild brawl game already. Our opponent's got so many lands. And it doesn't feel like the game's super close to ending. Although our opponent having double mana, that might change things. Opponent, I mean, they can just like play and flip Kefka if they want to, right? That is okay. Not sure why they're misrise villaging. They really want that Sure, really want that Kefka. Well, we're going to discard one of our many Magic the Gathering land cards. Pitch of Plains. All of our lands make all types anyway. Opponent also discards a land. I mean, the only little bit of good news is our opponent doesn't currently have that many cards in hand. So opponent's going to draw a card on our upkeep. Are we flipping Kefka? I mean, I guess we can Toxic Deluge for 1,000,000 to kill it. All right, opponent's not going to flip the Kefka. Draws a card with the bobble. Oh, there's the spark. Man. Oh, if we had double mana, we definitely would have won this turn. Mill some cards. With Terra, you get the card from among the milled cards, so it does work through rest. Wow, opponent. Sure. Sure. So Terra, getting more expensive. We could just cast it again, actually. Even without double mana, we still just have so much mana. Nesting Grounds. Yeah, let's just Terra again. Pay for the Ristic Study. My God, Ristic Study. Why? Mill some cards, hopefully hit an enchantment. A little bit of a whiff. Well, we get to draw with Teamer Ascendancy. So Testing Champion's not bad. It's card draw. So I guess we're waiting for our opponent to try to flip the Kefka, and then we can Swords it. We would like to stop the... Oh, they do have to pay 5, too. I guess the Rip shuts down Search for Azcanta to some extent. They still get to Surveil, but... All right, opponent got to pay the Pact, which is going to eat up some of their lands. We really can't let them draw with Kefka. If they get to draw with Kefka, with double mana, I imagine we lose. Opponent seems to be thinking, yeah, there's the flip. Well, in response, Swords to Plowshares, pay the 1. Please, not a counter. We might be in a whole heap of trouble. All right, well, that works. We still have to sacrifice something, which is fine. We can sacrifice the Leyline Binding. Didn't have anything under it anyway. Opponent, replace. They have so much mana. Replace the Kefka. We will discard a land. Opponent discards a Dark Ritual. I mean, I guess we still have the Toxic. Can we win? Huh. Let's crack the fetch. Grab us a Godless Shrine. Let's untap, draw another land. Play the land. Opponent's got 3 cards. Let's place the Testing Champion first to try to maximize the value we get out of flipping this Terra. Now we'll flip the Terra. We still have enough mana that we can go for the combo. I'm not convinced this is going to work. If it does, it's amazing, and we... commit to memory. All right, well, there goes our Terra, and there goes also something else. I'm glad we got rid of it at least, so there's not another wheel in the graveyard. The rest in peace is actually helpful. Gonna tuck the Overlord, tuck the Terra. Oh, this makes this turn so much less exciting. Opponent's got the defense. Our opponent's got the defense. Terra now costs 9 mana. Doing nothing feels bad. Spending the Spark Double feels bad. We can Toxic Deluge, but then the Kefka comes back anyway. Yeah, I think we just gotta draw cards. I think we just copy Setessan Champion to hopefully draw a ton of cards in the future. The problem is our opponent can just do the thing. We also spent our Spark Double, which was our easiest way to go infinite with Terra. All right, Kefka, you're gonna flip. We cannot stop it. I think we now get rid of the Rest in Peace. Yup. Would you like to draw 6 Magic the Gathering cards? Oh no, are we gonna lose to Kefka? About it hits us down to 10. Going to 10 is one thing. Our opponent drawing 6 cards. That's an issue. We've talked many times about in Commander, and Brawl's close enough that it mostly applies, but you want cards and mana. Those are the 2 most powerful things in the format. You can deal with an opponent that has all the cards, but not all the mana. You can deal with an opponent who has all the mana, but not all the cards. When an opponent has all the mana and all the cards, that is when you should be very, very scared. That's where we find ourselves. Thanks to our opponent commandeering our Mirari's Wake and now flipping Kefka. Double mana and drawing 6 a turn. Ugh. Well, rising of the day. All right, we're going to pay the 1 again. Hopefully we get to draw a bunch of cards. At this point, our opponent, maybe we mill him out. Overlord's back. All right. Tishana's Tidebinder. Well, let's draw slightly less cards. Opponent's going to stifle the trigger, get rid of the ability. Well, Overlord of the Hauntwoods, full price. Vendilion Click in response. I don't know what they get rid of, actually. All right, gonna get rid of the Beseech. We draw a Farewell. That would be hard. I don't know what the odds are of it resolving. We draw a card. It's a Utopia Sprawl. Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Resolves. We get some triggers. We get an everywhere. Found it. Going to blink. The Tishana's Tide. Oh, gonna blink the Vendilion Click. Oh, I thought they were gonna blink the Tidebinder. Okay. Blinks the Click. Well, so much for the farewell plan. I imagine that's gonna go. Yeah, opponent takes it. We find, okay, deadly cover up. The wraths keep flowing. Oh, they got 2 copies. All right, that makes sense. Man, that Primal Amulet's doing work for our opponent. They get to blink both of them. Stifle the trigger. Okay, it's our Saga dork. Now play the land. We have to deal with something here, right? Like if we don't kill the Kefka, I mean, I guess this is free, so we might as well, kind of free. It's free if we pay the 1. Do we pay the 1? Yeah, we're going to try to pay. Fell the Profane. All right, at least we're hitting some removal. So there is a chance. Man, double Tidebinder is obnoxious. Ooh, Elspeth Conquers Death. We can go for the Kefka. They do have Plaza of Harmonies. Does our opponent realize they can use it? We're not gonna pay this time. We need our manas. We have to kill this Kefka one way or another. Opponent's going to Spell Pierce. Okay. We can pay for the Spell Pierce. That's fine. Draw with Seth is gain a life. Well, ECD. We could hit the Wake. I mean, we're gonna... Yeah, I mean, they probably Plaza. We gotta get rid of this Kefka, though. Yeah, opponent gonna sack the Plaza. Sure. Well, the Plaza's down. We're up to 14, so technically we don't actually just lose this turn. We have haste too, so we get to get in with the Overlord, which is nice. Get another everywhere. I guess we can get in with one of the champions too. So Overlord, make a land. I mean, even though our opponent's got double mana, we still have a lot of mana. What a brawl game this has been. This has been one of the longest, grindiest brawl games I've played. Found it. Blocks. I kind of wish we just went after the Mirari's Wake now. Down to 10. Well, Toxic Deluge. We got to try to kill the Kefka. Down to 6. If they have a counter here, then that's... All right, no counter. Board is dealt with for now. Pass the turn. Search for his Kanta. Opponent gets to do some surveilling. Puts it in the graveyard, untaps. We're still in it, kind of. Opponent finds a Reliquary Tower. Grief. All right, gonna do a little scamming. All right, wow, gonna does not care about the Wrath. Takes the creature. And opponent, oh boy. All right, opponent's just gonna take our hand. Oh, this is looking kind of grim. MDFC, Block of Predation. Double Trouble. Takes the Wrath, takes the Fell the Profane. Now they can, man, double mana is so good. Now they can Kefka. Expressive Iteration first, bound it. Gonna draw some cards, do a little digging. Well, I mean, we can play Terra next turn. Is there any way we can win? There's the Kefka. We will discard. Actually, because we have Spark Double in the graveyard. There actually might be a chance we can steal this win, which is hilarious because this is looking bad, but I think there's actually a chance that we can combo Fable of the Mirror Breaker. The more our opponent taps down, the better for us. We're going to get the Elspeth Conquers Death tax. Oh, negate. Negate is huge. Wow. Oh, we actually might be able to do it. All right. Terra. Boy, do we have to count all of our mana? Do we have enough mana? I think we can pay the 1. So opponent spells cost 2 more. Mill some cards. We'll get back a Enchantress's Presence. We gotta win this turn because we are dead to the Kefka next turn as it currently stands. Assassin's Trophy does help. Yeah, flip Terra. Okay, Cyclonic Rift. Do we negate? I think we do. Because I don't think our opponent can cast a spell now, right? They have 2/3 mana, but their spells, they'd have to cast a 1 mana spell. Do we have this? Are we gonna? Oh my god, what a win. Oh my goodness. The Elspeth Conqueror's Death that didn't kill the Kefka, I think is gonna win us this game. So counter the Cyclonic Rift. Terra's gonna flip into Esper Terra. So now we can copy the Elspeth, because we have the Sparked Up on the grave. We do. Okay, we have the Sparked Up on the Graveyard. So we can copy the Elspeth Conqueror's Death and then use Esper Terra's ability to max out the lore counters. So we get the whole saga this turn. We will get rid of the Mirari's Wake. Now we'll get back to Spark Double. It'll copy the Esper Terra, and it's party time. I cannot believe we won this game. Oh my goodness, what a win. What a brawl game. Great game to our opponent too. This was one of the sweetest brawl games I've played in a long time. It was just like so long and back and forth and interesting. And in the end, one of our most unique takes on the combo opponent's gonna cycle, but the Elspeth Conquers Death coming through to conquer death and set up the combo, and now we have all the Esper Terras, and Esper Terra, gonna make some Esper Terras, and good game to you, opponent. And we don't even really have to go that far. I guess we can just start copying Elspeth Conquers Deaths. I mean, we already have lethal. Wow. What a win. What a game. This deck actually feels pretty sweet. I like this deck a lot. The deck's fun, and we got a lot of wins with it. Not that is super important in Brawl, but the record was really good too. Well, copy whatever. Thank you to our opponent for actually sitting through this combo. Not that it's super necessary at this point, but all right, so we're gonna put 0 counters on our sagas. We're just gonna try to resolve this stack so we can attack for lethal. We're not gonna draw cards. I mean, we could draw literally our entire deck, make a token limit worth of Esper Terras, and get them that way, but our opponent's being nice enough to sit through this. Wow, we actually flipped the first one for 10 mana. And then ECD resolves, Teamer Ascendancy resolves, and we will go to combat. We will swing with the horde of Esper Terras, and I don't know how we won that game, but in the end, Esper Terra in the combo comes through, and this deck's pretty sweet. This deck, what a game. What a ridiculous game of Brawl. Yeah. I mean, our opponent stole our Mirari's Wake, had double mana the whole game, Kefka a million times, and somehow in the end, at the last possible turn, Terra came through. Elspeth Conquers Death. Sweet. So what did we learn this week about Terra combo in Brawl? So record-wise, not that record really matters all that much in Brawl, but I guess if you're going to put the deck together, you want to know you can win with it sometimes. But we did go 11-4 with the deck, and I'm sure there were a couple of wins in there that were just opponents scooping super early, because that always happens in Brawl. But really, our record was super solid with the deck, so the deck can win a lot. More importantly, we got to see the combo be really, really good. It seems pretty easy to assemble the combo. I mentioned in the deck tech that part of the upside of this deck is we have one of our 2 combo pieces in the command zone, so we pretty much always have access to Terra itself, and we got to see just how powerful that really is, that we really only need to find a single extra combo piece to win the game, and we got to do that again and again and again, and the combo itself was pretty much always game ending, and we got to see some super cool lines. My favorite was definitely that last game. That last game was an absolutely ridiculous Brawl game, but we were able to use Elspeth Conquers Death, flip the Terra, get all 3 modes of Elspeth Conquers Death to reanimate a Spark Double, which then let us go infinite the turn before we were going to die to Kefka. So the deck played some absolutely ridiculous games, and I just love the deck. The deck's super fun. It's 5 colors, so you can kind of play whatever you want in the deck, and it's pretty competitive. So if you like Terra, you like janky combos, you like winning lots of Brawl games, I would definitely recommend this deck. I had a blast playing it, and it actually seems oddly competitive. But anyway, that is Terra combo. That's been our Against Odds for this week. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.